I was an exception to the other black teachers. I socialized with the young white teachers and planned shared classroom experiences with them. I also taught, as they did. Many people told me I was a good teacher. I had an open classroom, I had learning stations, I had children write books and stories to share. I provided games and used weaving to teach math and fine motor skills. I threw out all the desks and added carpeted open learning areas. I was doing what I had learned, and it worked. Well, at least it worked for some of the children. My white students zoomed ahead. They worked hard at the learning stations. They did amazing things with books and writing. My black students played the games. They learned how to weave, and they threw the books around the learning stations. They practiced karate moves on the new carpets. Some of them even learned how to read, but none of them as quickly as my white students. I was doing the same thing for all my kids. What was the problem? I taught in Philadelphia for 6 years. Each year, my teaching became less like my young white friends and more like the other black women's who taught at the school. My students practiced handwriting. I wrote on the board. I got some tables to replace some of the thrown-out desks. Each year, my teaching moved farther away from what I had learned, even though in many ways I still identified myself as an open classroom teacher. As my classroom became more traditional, however, it seemed that my black students steadily improved in their reading and writing, but they still lagged behind. It hurt that I was moving away from what I had learned. It hurt even more that although my colleagues called me a good teacher, I still felt that I had failed in the task that was most important to me: teaching black children and teaching them well. I could not talk about my failure then. It is difficult even now. At least I did not fall into the trap of talking about the parents' failures. I just did not talk about any of it.